Good morning, friends. Carrie from Texas. How are you on Hump Day as we head into the holiday season? Can you believe that we are at that point? I just went by woof. I got to talk today about this unbelievable news item that came out post-election. And it is one of those things that you hear it and you go, how can that be? I mean, really, how can that be? So it's my understanding that the Democratic Party was able to raise $1 billion. $1 billion. Think about that for a second. That's a massive amount of money, right? All given to them by people who support the Democratic Party. And at the end of the election cycle, not only did their candidate not get elected, as we all know, but their candidate spent more money than she took in, to the tune of $20 million. So now she's actually in debt because she spent more in a campaign than she took in. And so, first of all, that's staggering. How does that happen? How do you overspend by that amount of money? There's obviously been no checks and balances in her campaign management to allow that to happen. I wonder what the bank fees are going to be because she's $20 million in debt and she's overdrawn. Because as you know, the average American gets charged $35 per overdraft fee. What is her campaign going to be charged? I'd like to know that. Why is there any difference? She overspent. She spent more than she had. Who's going to pay for that? If I was a donator into her campaign and I realized that I had given all this money and then she overspent it and didn't get elected, first of all, and then found out that the money that I contributed to that campaign, first of all, that's a disappointment. But then to find out that the campaign is overdrawn, spent way more than they took in, what does that say? How does that happen? And then you realize, oh, we are in the same management style that we've been in for the last 4 years. And our debt is now trillions of dollars. Trillions of dollars. So the chronic spending would have continued if the American people had not said, no, we're not going to allow it anymore. If you start your presidency $20 million in debt, and you've been in an administration that has increased our debt by trillions of dollars in 4 years, just imagine what would have happened if Harris at the helm by herself, when her campaign can't manage her money and they go $20 million in debt. Can you imagine what would happen to the national debt? That's a really scary thought. I think one of the things that we as American citizens need to do more of and demand more of is an accounting from campaign funds. And there has to be some sort of accountability. You and I are accountable every day. If we overdraw a bank account, it's $35 per overdraft. Think about that. Let's just say you have 3. That's $100. $100. for over $100. Imagine. Just imagine what that would look like. And is she going to be held accountable? Is anybody held accountable? Is anybody in Washington ever held accountable? I can't remember one person that has actually been held accountable in the last 4 years. When Trump was in office, he fired people because they weren't getting the job done. I think that's what needs to continue to happen. Because how can we allow a candidate to go $20 million in debt? Is the American people going to have to foot that bill? Oh, hell no. I don't support her, so I better sure not have to be responsible for the fact that she can't manage her campaign, and now that campaign is $20 million in debt. Does anybody know the answer to that question? Who is responsible for that? Who's going to pay for that? How are they going to cover that $20 million in debt? I certainly not hope that it's not with our taxpayer dollars. That would be, I don't even have words for that. That can't happen. Does anybody know the answers to these questions? I can't find it anywhere, and I would really like to know. Accountability. We have to start making it a norm with our politicians and our society. After all, you and I are held accountable every single day, and we pay for it when we have a mistake. They should also pay for it when they have a mistake. Have a great day.